Okay, what if I told you were watching basketball history being, well, completely rewritten, like right now? Faster, more authoritatively than maybe anything we've seen before. A player just smashing records, maybe even changing what the records mean.
Yeah.
MVPs, a championship ring, all before he even hits 30. This isn't just, dominance. It feels like a whole new way the game is played.
Right, a paradigm shift potentially.
And get this is the kicker. 10 years back,
Sure.
this guy, this absolute force, he was the 41st pick in the draft.
It's unbelievable when you think about it. 41st.
Welcome, everyone, to the Deep Dive. Today, we are zeroing in on one massive topic, Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
Why he's changing the NBA forever, and maybe why that's a little bit terrifying for the old guard.
Exactly. We've gone through the analysis, the stats, all the observations that really paint this picture of, well, unique dominance. And our goal here is to really unpack what makes his game so groundbreaking and maybe understand why some folks find this whole evolution a bit unsettling.
Okay, let's jump right into those numbers then, because they really do tell a story. It's kind of staggering.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Fastest player ever, 15,000 points, 7,500 rebounds, 5,000 assists. He beat Larry Bird's record for that by 90 games.
90? That's a huge margin.
It's insane. Then add in 3 MVPs, the NBA title, all before 30. And like right now, this season, averaging over 30 points, 12 boards, nearly 10 assists, career highs. When you look at all those raw numbers, what jumps out at you the most? Is there one stat there that just feels particularly wild coming from a center?
Well, for me, it's the sheer combination, the volume and the versatility. It's not just one thing.
Right.
He's putting up massive numbers everywhere. Scoring, rebounding, sure. But the assists from a center, that's the part that really twists things.
Right.
Traditionally, your guards run the offense, right? Jokic doing it, initiating, making plays at that elite level from the 5 spot. It just throws defenses completely off balance.
What do you even do?
Exactly. Do you stick a big guy on him and risk getting carved up by his passes? Or go smaller and maybe give up size and rebounds? It's a fundamental problem he creates every single night.
And it's even more unbelievable when you remember those pre-draft reports.
Yeah.
The stuff we looked at described him as chubby, slow, and gravity-bound.
Oh, yeah. Worlds apart from the player we see now.
It's almost comical looking back.
It really highlights how skill, that basketball IQ, that incredible feel for the game, how it can just triumph over, standard athleticism.
Right.
The Nuggets taking him at 41 in 2014, people saw it as maybe a bit of a flyer back then.
Jamble.
Now, it's legendary. One of the greatest second-round picks, maybe the greatest ever. His whole journey from this unknown kid to arguably the best player alive, it's just absurd, really. Shows you don't always fit the mold.
Which leads right into how he's just shattering the mold for the center position. For decades, we knew what a center was, right? The anchor. Yeah. Big guy, protects the rim, grabs boards, sets screens, dominates down low. Shaq, Kareem, Hakeem, that archetype.
Killers of the paint.
Jokic. He's just operating on a completely different level. It's like a different job description.
Totally. And if you think about team building, how offenses work, he's a huge evolutionary step. Traditional centers were often the end point, the guy finishing the play.
Right.
Jokic, like our sources say, he's the maestro orchestrating the whole thing. He's often the Nuggets' main ball handler.
Just why?
And his passing isn't just good for a big man. No.
Yeah.
It's up there with the elite point guards. We see these crazy full-court passes, no looks, threading the needle through double teams, stuff you expect from a guard.
And it's so important to remember, like the analysis points out, even if he just played like a traditional center, post-scoring, pick and rolls, rebounding, running in transition.
He'd still be an all-star, easily.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But he's not content with that. He's doing things, trying things, succeeding at things no center has ever really done before.
Yeah.
He's basically, rewriting the playbook.
So if he's the maestro, does that change who you put around him? Like, does the classic dominant scorer at center become less valuable if you have a Jokic type orchestrating everything? Do you need more high IQ guys around him instead?
That's a really interesting question, actually.
Because his playmaking, it's not just about his own assist numbers, right? It's the engine for the whole Nuggets offense. His vision, his IQ, it just makes everyone else better.
Yeah, elevates the whole team.
That example you mentioned, the baseball pass for an easy score, that perfectly shows it. His awareness creates chances that just wouldn't exist otherwise. Almost no other center makes that play.
Right.
And then you look at him nearly averaging a triple-double while also being a top scorer and rebounder. It puts him in some seriously rare historical company.
Wilt territory.
Yeah, the comparison to Wilt Chamberlain's all-around dominance back in the late 60s feels right. But, and the source stressed this, Jokic is doing it now in this super high-def, complex, modern era. And his triple-double pace, even faster than Wilt's back then.
Wow. And the assist numbers themselves, historically, for a center.
Yeah, that really drives home the point about how the game's changing and how he's driving that change. He's already only the second center ever to hit 5,000 career assists.
Second ever in just 10 seasons.
Exactly. He's got a real shot at Kareem's all-time record for centers down the line. It's monumental. It shows he's not just finishing plays, he's the primary initiator.
It's not just individual stats either, it makes the whole team better.
There's not the multiplier effect, yeah.
Right.
Easier shots for everyone, better offensive efficiency overall. The whole team becomes more dangerous because of his playmaking, even when he himself isn't scoring.
And the terrifying part for defenses is, he's also an incredibly efficient scorer. You can't just focus on stopping his passes.
No way. Try that and he'll kill you himself. His scoring game is just so deep. He's got that unbelievably soft touch near the hoop, a really reliable jumper. Even out to 3, where he's shooting, what, like 47% on decent volume? That's deadly.
Yeah, the sources highlighted that percentage. It's nuts for a big man.
So he can punish you constantly, close out too aggressively, pass, give him space, shoot. Try to body him up, he'll post you up with great footwork and touch.
No good options.
Pretty much. His field goal percentage is always high because he takes smart shots and can score in so many ways. He really is, the ultimate matchup nightmare.
And the advanced stats, they really back all this up, don't they? Put him in historical context.
Oh, absolutely. The sources we looked at consistently rank him as the most effective center in history by metrics like PER, box plus minus, BPM, win shares.
Right, and for people maybe not deep into advanced stats, that BPM number is a big deal, right? Like 10 or higher is an all-time great season.
Exactly. A BPM of 10 is elite territory. But then you look at 12 or higher, that's a super exclusive club.
Who's in that club?
We're talking LeBron James, Michael Jordan, that level, and Jokic. He's on pace to join them this season.
Wow.
So it's not just about being the best center. It puts him right in the conversation for redefining what overall basketball greatness even looks like.
But even if you ignore all the stats, the spreadsheets,
yeah,
you just need to watch him play, right?
Yeah.
The eye test is just as powerful.
100%. You don't need a calculator to see his mastery. It's obvious every single night.
Yeah.
His size, his IQ, that skill set, he can just pick defenses apart from anywhere. The comparison to a top NFL quarterback reading the defense, finding the solution, feels really accurate.
Makes it look easy sometimes.
Right. He just seems to glide through the game, making the right play, elevating his teammates almost effortlessly.
And you see that reflected in how the Nuggets play. Their whole offense flows through him, a center. That's just not normal, historically speaking.
Not at all. It speaks volumes about his brain, his skill, his vision. The numbers are stark. Look at Denver's offensive rating when he's on the court versus off.
Huge difference, right? Biggest in the league.
Yeah, by a wide margin. The sources flat out call him the most impactful offensive player of the last 20 years.
20 years. That's a statement.
And think about touches. He leads the league, averages something like 113 touches per game, often multiple touches in one possession. It just underlines how central he is. Denver's success is completely tied to him being on the floor and doing his thing.
Okay, we've taught concepts, stats.
Yeah.
But can you paint a picture, like specific examples of how he dominates during a game?
Sure. You'll see him, backing down a smaller guy for an easy score in the post. Then next possession, maybe he pops out for a catch-and-shoot 3. Bang. Then he might grab an offensive rebound for a putback, then orchestrate a perfect pick and roll. He can even score effectively in isolation, which is rare for his style.
But the passing is where the real magic happens.
That's what the sources call the pinnacle of his genius, yeah. Those passes, they're just different. Perfectly weighted lobs that seem impossible. Those full-court quarterback throws hitting a guy in stride.
The no-looks.
The no-looks that freeze the entire defense. He just creates chances that literally wouldn't exist with anyone else. Defending him is this constant nightmare because whatever you try, he seems to have a counter ready.
And here's the thing that's maybe the most compelling part of this whole story. He's only 29.
Yeah, that's the truly scary part for the rest of the league, isn't it?
His prime is likely still coming. he could actually get better.
It's mind-boggling to think about.
So, thinking about all this, what are your thoughts on his dominance? Like, right now, today, is he already on your Mount Rushmore of NBA centers? We definitely want to hear what everyone listening thinks too. Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Yeah, it really makes you wonder, looking ahead, how many more MVPs could he realistically win? Could he lead Denver to, say, multiple championships? Is he already making the case for being the greatest center we've ever seen play?
Yeah.
Big questions.
So let's try and wrap this up. Our deep dive today really looked at Jokic from all angles. The crazy stats, the unlikely backstory, how he's completely changing what it means to be a center, that dual threat of scoring and playmaking, and how he's just transformed the Nuggets. And it all points back to that initial idea. Jokic isn't just great, he's fundamentally shifting the NBA. And yeah, maybe that is a bit unsettling, even terrifying, if you're used to the old ways.
Absolutely. And maybe here's a final thought for everyone listening to chew on. If Jokic keeps going like this, what does that mean for the future? How will the next generation of players, of coaches, even think about the center position? Are we literally witnessing the dawn of a completely new era of basketball, all sparked by this one unique guy?
We really want to hear what you think. Do you agree? Is Jokic changing the game forever? Let us know down in the comments. And hey, if you found this deep dive into basketball's most fascinating player interesting, definitely hit that like button and subscribe for more.